2021. As you can see, I love retro art. I love stuff from the 70s and the 80s. You can find me on Instagram at DarrylYoungDesign69. And please visit my friend's site, Raze Chaos. He's the one who's filming you right now. Take care and thank you.
And welcome back, everybody. My name is Raze Chaos. You've made it back to my channel, and it is another Friday. It is another Advent calendar, and we are going to do this. The theme of this one is the, oh God, I wish I had this for Christmas. And of course, that just basically means it's going to be a DC Advent calendar. Everybody knows I have a deep love for DC, and I tend to lean towards them in almost every case. There are some exceptions. I mean, basically, for everybody that likes to say they like one better than the other, I just like to remind you that DC and Marvel were the big two companies. Imagine it's one of your sports ball teams. Or imagine it's a sports ball team. And there are only two teams. Now think of all the different players that are on all the other teams and pretend they're on just like this one team. And then they switch teams sometimes. They trade back and forth for whatever reason, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. But, you know, obviously the players go where the money is right. It would be really hard to pick between the two teams because the players would be the ones you really followed. And yeah, that's the way it is with DC. I love the characters a lot more, but the writing and artist talent switches back and forth. And then you've got them doing their outside independent or, you know, smaller company projects, which are always just a great bonus for people that are stuck in the two mainstreams, or three mainstreams technically. But yeah, Image stuff just seems to come out of left field. Image and Dark Horse, they're like the next two big guys, and while they do have a lot of solid properties, it tends to still come as a surprise, or, oh, that was a comic book? Especially with Dark Horse, because Dark Horse bought movie properties to make comics of, and that's where they really kind of got their stride. But to me, DC was the first, and it really was the one that set the tone of comics. And while a lot of people basically like to think that Marvel is better, to me it's like Marvel couldn't have gotten better without DC making the field in the first place. But you know, that's just me siding with my team, I guess you'd say. But we're gonna go ahead and tear into this thing, and just like last time with the Star Wars, just gonna do the whole thing all at once, and we're gonna have a blast doing it. So we're gonna get this guy away, and we're going to tear into this thing. And so, boom, this thing opens out of the back. So, yeah, that's fun. Really straightforward, just 1 through 24 right there. We're just gonna start this out right away. We're gonna pop number one, because I already know it's DC, so I'm already, you know, oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. Gives me a chance to have the fun little DC Christmas. And right off the bat, they've got the flagship guy. We've got a little Superman in a Santa costume. And, yeah, this is adorable. Basically, this is exactly the kind of DC Christmas thing that, it's almost kind of a give me. If they had put out a bunch of DC Christmas people and didn't have Superman doing the symbol reveal, the logo reveal of his costume under a Santa suit. This is just kind of like even the least creative person in the world could have come up with this. And it's absolutely essential because it is so Christmas and it is so Superman and it's very DC. So even though this is a gimme, we've gotta praise DC for staying true to form on this one. So yeah, I doubt these guys are going to stand up very well with me popping them over there a lot. And we've got to go to number 2 now. And these things. I just opened number 3 to get to number 2. And what the heck? Oh, okay. This was really confusing looking. Because the red and green threw it off. I mean, honestly, I thought this was Vision for a second there. And it wasn't really till I saw the wings before I realized this is supposed to be Blue Beetle in Christmas colors. And that it just looks like Vision from Marvel. Honestly. But that's cute. I mean, it's the current Blue Beetle, the Jaime version. And wow, that's just, it really just shows you how close a lot of these characters are. When looking at it, I was sitting there thinking, is this Vision? But yeah, this is Vision slash not Blue Beetle. You can't really call him Blue Beetle because there's no blue on him at all. But still, that's interesting. Honestly, I think this is a little too weird to really signify as a oh, that's a cool figure. No, that's really not. That kind of takes the character into a bizarre place. And yeah, can't call that one a win for DC. And I'm just ripping these things open. And next up, we've got Wonder Woman. And this is another great, easy concept as far as putting Wonder Woman in a Christmas setting. Obviously, Christmas is a mixture of a couple of different religions, technically speaking, because, you know, December 24th was like that was a year a lot of deities of the time were said to have that birthday. When Christianity decided to push Christmas, they basically put it on the day that they did very purposely, because as a lot of but basically it's easier to change the sign on the door than to build a new building. So it was really easy. The ironic part is that Wonder Woman takes a lot of her origin from Greek mythology, which does not coincide with any kind of Christian Christmas I guess tradition. Any of the stuff that's related to Christmas, you know, that they have taken from other religions. Yeah, none of the Christmas stuff really counts as far as being taken from Greek mythology. So it's kind of ironic having her here. Her lasso has been replaced with the Christmas lights, which is a clever idea. Given Wonder Woman's status as far as the premier female character of DC, this is absolutely perfect as far as pushing a Christmas-themed Wonder Woman. So, love this character, the character design of this, the adaptation of Wonder Woman and Christmas. It really works well with this particular thing, even if, you know, the what builds it up doesn't really make a whole heck of a lot of sense. But hey, that's a good old classic Raze nitpick, and you can either take it into account or you can discard it, because only Raze has to deal with it. So next up we are on the 4th, and this one went in sideways, and it came out Joker. And this is another. So far, I think I will like separate these for the wins as far as DC goes, which we've got Superman and Wonder Woman on the win category, and we've got the Not Blue Beetle in the lose category. And doesn't take a genius to figure out that this one's definitely going to go into the win category as well. Here is a Santa Claus you don't want to run into. This almost looks like it's supposed to be metallic. It could be a metallic Joker. He's holding a little bomb. He's holding his little bag of prizes. And this is another great, let's Christmasify DC a little bit. And yeah, this is a perfect little combination of the two. The more I look at it, the more I'm like for sure that this is metallic design look on them, which I guess they wanted to do something a little special for some of the characters to make it more than just smaller versions of the full-size pops you could get. But we're going to launch into number 5, and we've got Batman! And to say I love this design is really kind of letting it down a little bit. The idea of having Bruce Wayne as Batman in the Ebenezer Scrooge look is great. I have the full-size pop of this. I have a cousin who went overseas and went to a Funko store there and got the pocket pop keychain of this design. So this is actually the 3rd one of these I've got, and I absolutely love it. You've got him holding his little. You got him in his robe with his nightcap, very Ebenezer Scrooge, holding the candle, Ebenezer Scrooge. But the cutest part about it, which is really kind of lost due to the size of this, but is very evident in the full-size pop, is that the slippers have the bat ears on them. And that just makes this too cute not to love. So this is another win on for the DC calendar. And of course I'm going to compare because that's what I do. We're going to run right into number 6. And looking at this, already a little perplexed here. What the heck is this? Okay. So this is another Wonder Woman. And this would be the Diamond Edition. It's exactly the same thing. It's just got the sparkles on it. It's a much sparklier Wonder Woman. And how cute is that they included that. I mean, the mold is exactly the same. The only thing they did was do the Diamond Edition just like they do the Pops, where, you know, basically you've got a Pop that's already available and they make a Diamond Edition of it. So this goes, I'm going to go ahead and put this into the win category because, I mean, I know they're going to basically reuse some of the Pop figures. But if I were to give one away, I think a person would more appreciate, because if I was to give it away to somebody who wasn't a Pop collector, I could see them really getting into the sparkly, glittery, you know, oh, the frost covered Wonder Woman. So that's definitely another win. And now we are on to number 7. And I'm going to see how much I can tear this damn thing up as I tear into it. And I can already tell this is a Harley. This is Harley Quinn. And, okay, wow. This is a Snow Fantasy Harley Quinn. Instead of red and black, it's red and green. It is another Diamond Edition. She's got her mallet. She has got her hair, great hair. Of course, you knew, I was actually surprised we didn't get a Harley in the first line, but I know this is only the first, and no doubt not the last of the Harley Quinn little pops that we're going to get out of here, but this is really cool. I love this design. This is definitely another win, even though it's more of the Suicide Squad version of Harley, which is not one of my favorites, but still, the whole thing works so well in this whole design. And we are on number 8. And we finally got the Flash. And can't do DC without a little bit of the Flash in here. And sure enough, that's what we've got. And we've got the Flash. He has got... okay, this is a little strange. You've got him running. You've got him holding his... the bag. I can't tell if he's supposed to just be a reindeer or if he's supposed to be the reindeer and Santa's sleigh, considering he's carrying the bag of gifts. He's got the antlers on there. What doesn't make sense is that his nose is yellow. This would make absolute sense if this nose that they have on this figure was red, so then he was Rudolph. But, and since it's the Flash, yeah, it's red. So I think somebody messed up a little bit there. But it's not a complete fail there, so I can't put it in the no pile because it's still cute and it still works for what it is. So we've got the Flash as a reindeer, got his big bag, probably taking it to the bearded barbarian's house because we all know he secretly loves the Flash. So yes, opening up the next one, and the barbarian would be so happy because we've got the gingerbread version of the Flash now. And I hated the idea of these, the full-sized. I didn't get any of the full-sized gingerbread pops because they're flat, and I just thought that was such a dumb idea. And so he's running and everything. The cute thing that they did with this one is that he's burning. Basically, the cookie is burning, and it's probably from the friction of moving at high speeds. While that is cute, that's also taking away the fact that the Flash gives off an aura to keep friction from tearing his clothes off or tearing him apart when he's moving at super speed. So while it is a cute idea, it really doesn't translate well. And since I don't like the gingerbread figures at all, this has got to go into the fail pile. The ones that Raze didn't really like. And this is also... This is also the only one so far that has come with a stand. Because, yeah, I'm not even gonna delve into how dumb that is. So, yeah, we're heading to number 3, and it's been pretty good because I've only had like 2 fails so far. So, who is number 10 in the halfway mark? Oh, we have got the Joker as Jack Frost. And this pop is so freaking cool. I do have the full-size pop of this, and him as Jack Frost absolutely works. It is a complete color design, but all of it works so well. With the light blue, the icicle candy cane, or icicle cane, yeah, the light blue works on this character. He translated so well into this, as far as just being the Frost. This, I could see the Joker actually dressing up if he were to team up with, say, Mr. Freeze. This would be a cute idea that he would do that would probably annoy the crap out of Mr. Freeze. I could see this as being one of his antics, and I love the full-size pop so much that this is the only DC Christmas pop that Raze actually hunted down because he couldn't find it anywhere and had to do some online searches to find it when it came out. And even getting it was rather complicated because, yeah, the person who sent it to me, she didn't understand eBay very well, and essentially refunded me after I got it. And when I tried to go and email her and say, hey, is there a reason you refunded me on this? Her whole page was gone. So total win on that thing. And I do feel bad about it because it seemed like she was trying to start a business and not just not being, didn't have all her ducks in a row, so to speak. And I think she must have violated something from eBay or got some kind of complaint from somebody, probably from being so disorganized. But I purchased it, she sent it to me, then she sent me a refund, which was unnecessary because I was absolutely happy with what I got, and I didn't even mind the price that I paid for it, which wasn't inflated really very much at all. So don't understand what happened to her. Sorry she's gone because she seemed really sweet in the emails, but don't even know how to get a hold of her again. Really feel bad because I was happy to pay for this thing. You know, right next to the Ebenezer Batman, this is probably one of my favorite Christmas themed DC pops that they did. But next up we've got another gingerbread figure, which these are awful. I hate the flatness. It's Superman. It's him flying. If this was a regular Superman pop, this would be figure. This would be really cool, but it's not. It's the stupid flat gingerbread version of him. Did anybody like these? Because I just think that they were just a waste of everybody's time. I think it was a waste for Funko to make them. I think it was a waste for all the retailers that tried to push these. They lean way too much into the Christmas aspect and less into the DC, and it's not even a good Christmas idea. So yeah, whoever came up with this idea, I hope they're sitting somewhere and having a really long think about what they've done. So yeah, this is going into the fail pile easily. When they're good, they're really good, and Raze will praise you when you do a good job. But when you do a bad job, he gonna let you know. And next up, who do we have? This looks like, from what I can see, come out, you little. This appears to be a Captain Marvel. I'm sorry, a Shazam. You need to remember that's what the kids call him these days. And this is just your basic recoloring of the character. It's Shazam. He's got green instead of the gold trim to replace the Thunderbolt aspect, which puts him at red and green. But it really kind of takes away from the fact that it is a lightning bolt that gives him his powers. But it's okay. It's a little bit lame. Honestly, I think it's a little too lame. Yeah, this really this feels a lot like the Blue Beetle, where the color change really does hurt this figure quite a bit. And yeah, I'm gonna have to put this in the fail. I'm sorry. I love the character, don't like what they've done with it, and I really didn't like what they did with the figure. That really just kind of looks, instead of a Christmas-themed Shazam figure, that looks like a cheap knockoff of a, it feels more like, you know, a foreign brand that recolors something and calls him Action Thunderman or something. And yeah, that's really the feel I get off of that, as far as it replacing the gold on that. Certain things are too signature that you absolutely need for that character. And here is another one of my favorites that I got as the full-size pop, because I could not have resisted this. I believe this was a Hot Topic exclusive. But this is the Penguin as a snowman. And as ridiculous as the premise goes, it works so well. With the monocle going on, you've got the top hat, you've got the carrot for his long beak nose. He's holding his umbrella. He's got the penguin, penguin grimace going on there. Yeah, this was one that absolutely needed to. I mean, the minute I saw this one, I had to have it, and yes, I got it when it came out. And for somebody who doesn't like necessarily to get Christmas themed pops, that year was particularly good for them because, as you could probably tell from the couple that I have, that I also have full size pops just like this one. I got a lot that year, especially when you're considering I don't get any of them. And yeah, this was too good. This this little penguin is just too cool. Now it was, when I think of the characters, like, I would never have thought of combining the snowman with the penguin, but looking at it, it works too well not to have done. So this is definitely going in the win pile. And for the most part, this thing, I mean, we are on 14 and we only have 4 fails out of the bunch. So if this was is it worth it? I'd say that it's going pretty strong towards being worth it. You are going to have some things that you don't like, and you're going to have another one that you don't like, because now we have the Batman gingerbread, which also has the burn on it, so that takes away from the fact that I suggested the Flash had it because the friction was burning, but the fact that Batman doesn't move that fast, this just looks like it's an overcooked gingerbread cookie. Maybe they do that in order to connotate some darkness on him, which it's a bit of a stretch, but I could see it working, especially because there was none on the Superman. Yeah, this is definitely going into the fail pile because I wouldn't even feel right giving that to somebody. But we're on 15. We can never despair. And yeah, it's another one. It is another Batman gingerbread man. This one without the burns. That's the only difference I can tell. Because yeah, the burns was the problem. Yeah, this, I don't even want to spend time on this one because it is a Batman gingerbread cookie as a pop, and it takes everything you want out of a Batman figure completely out of it, and it makes for a lackluster Christmas theme. And yeah, this was, they went from having like a bunch of the best that they could have done to just, yeah, we're out of ideas, we'll put them all gingerbread. And they give me another one. They are really, I was just saying nice things about these guys. And we've got the Aquaman gingerbread guy. And, yeah, that really doesn't make, this doesn't work. I mean, the closest thing that works is the fact that, you know, the trident is candy cane colored. But yeah, that is like, oh great, there's one pepperoni on this pizza. Doesn't really save the whole thing, definitely. So yeah, this definitely has to go into the fail pile because this is awful. The only even joke I can make about this is that it being Aquaman, it would be funny as far as like dipping him in milk. Milk instead of water. Okay, yeah, that, see, the jokes don't even work with these things. Let's hope that the gingerbread time has passed. Really, oh, this is another of the, oh, okay. So we've got another of the penguin as a snowman. This one is the Diamond Edition, which, yeah, this really works considering he's supposed to be made of snow and the ice and everything. It it gives more of a feel of the whole thing's made of snow instead of just like the top hat being something you put on there. The top hat is frozen, and yeah, this is the penguin snowman that has been out there for a while, and maybe caught a light drizzle and it froze over it. So yeah, that totally is cool. That works. That actually, you could go either way with those. And we are on the 18th. Oh, come on. Yeah, the angle that I'm doing this, I can't even see what this is as I'm pulling it out. And oh, we've got the Diamond Edition of Captain Thunderbolt, which honestly, the Diamond Edition does not make this look any better. It still just looks like a Mexican knockoff. This looks like, a company that basically had the opportunity to make the exact same figure but had to color it differently. Couldn't use the vibrant colors. Yeah, that's just awful. That goes into the fail pile. I'm very sorry. I would have liked to have had a Captain Marvel character Shazam character that I could put in there, but like that without the gold, it just doesn't even seem like him, honestly. And next up, what do we have? We have got the Burned Superman Gingerbread Superman. I think the fact that I was praising them earlier just made them show, hey, we're going to show him. We're going to go ahead and give him a lot more of these gingerbread characters. That way, it's more of an equal footing here. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, it's almost neck and neck as far as the good and the bad. So, yeah, that'll say plenty as far as whether somebody would want to pick this up or not. Yeah, half win, half fail at this point. The wind's just barely edging it out, and we've only got like 5 more to go. So, no matter how it goes at this point, the ratio is going to not be really worth spending the money on it. And boom, here we've got it. Okay, we've got the regular Joker, the Christmas Joker and everything, just like the one before. That one was a metallic based, and this one is just the regular version. So this is really cool. You get to with this one, you actually get to see the green and purple design on the bag a whole heck of a lot better. It shows up better on this one. But I mean, it's just cool. I mean, it's still a cool design. For as little as they actually had to put on that. And so let's see what we got here. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Here we go. We have got yet another Flash gingerbread guy. Yeah, who gives a damn about these? I mean, really. This is the non-burned version, so yeah, the burned version is a theme. I don't know if that was the chase, or you would be lucky to get the chase where he wasn't burned. I don't know what the deal is. I just know these things are awful. And now I have more of them. Makes me think that one of these 3, as far as predictions go, as to what I've got left out of this thing, I am thinking that we are going to get a regular version of this Harley Quinn, which kind of seems like a gimme. Probably get a burned version of the Aquaman, because that's the only one we haven't gotten yet. And then hopefully something really cool for the 24th. I hope that they really knock it out of the park, because go. We've got, okay, didn't see this coming. We have got a green and red tinted Ebenezer Batman. And this is dumb looking. This looks like the cheap pharmacy version of Ebenezer Scrooge. I mean, I don't know. This gives me old 80s Walgreens feels. And it's like, oh well, this isn't a candy cane. This is which is peppermint. This is a minty version of it. It's like, yeah. Even though I absolutely love the regular design, this absolutely goes into the fail pile because that's too distracting to be enjoyable. Honestly, come on, you've got to give me something good here. Oh, yeah, they were just like, you know what? We're definitely going to make sure that these are awful, and we're going to give you the gingerbread Wonder Woman. Oh, yeah, this is really kind of a disappointment here. Oh, God. Way too many not Wonder Woman. Plenty of Wonder Womans. I like the other ones that I got. So that's the third Wonder Woman from the patch, and it's the worst Wonder Woman of the patch because I don't even. Oh, the gingerbread thing just hurting me here. But now we're on the last one, so none of the predictions I had have come through. So hopefully, if it's not the regular version of the Harley, which would be a disappointment that it's the regular version of the Harley since it's the last one. I don't know. We're just going to go into it. I'm guessing it's going to be a diamond version of one of them, but I don't know which one they could actually use. And we're going to open this up, and I can already feel the texture's different. And, okay, it's just a full-on clear blue version of the Joker as Jack Frost. I understand what they were doing here, but this looks like a gel toothpaste figure. The way they have the design built up in there, you can see it's mostly transparent. You kind of see through it, which gives you the structure of the head a little bit, which is distracting from what it actually is. I could see this as being earlier when I was talking about this being a thing that the Joker put on as far as teaming up with Mr. Freeze at one point. This looks like the after effects when Mr. Freeze sees that he's done this and blasts him with his gun. I don't even know if I can call that a win or a fail. I am done trying to rate these. Overall, I would say that I found this rather disappointing. Getting all these. I mean, I loved what I loved, but I hated what I hated. There was no in between. Well, I mean, this is kind of the only one that was in between where it was just like, yeah, whatever. But I think that was just because I was tired of rating them. And the last final one should not be the one that I've completely given up on. And just was like, okay, I'm just glad it's over. But at any rate, I am glad it's over. But I'm anxious to hear what you think. Like, what did you think of all these different figures? I am disappointed that I only got the Diamond Edition of the Harley Quinn. I figured that would be an obvious thing that you would get multiple of. Harley Quinn's one of those characters that they can really amp up the Christmas aspect of it. And that just didn't happen here. So, yeah. Let me know in the comments down below. I have done, I did Advent calendar last week, and honestly, there's more useful stuff out of that. I mean, honestly, a lot of these I would have preferred that stupid paperclip over. And that's sad. But I've got a whole playlist of all the advent calendars that I have uh, uh, do, dived into. It was one of the first things that Raze started doing when he started his channel, and so there's always going to be at least one advent calendar a year just to pay tribute to that. This year I just happened to do more than one, and do them all at once. That way I'm not constantly killing myself making the tiny little videos. I just go through once and kill myself for more than one video. Yeah, workload doesn't really feel that different. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, and never forget that life is full of odd moments. You never know when you're going to be defined.